Hey, what's going on? What's going on? This is another episode of The Reporter on a Tuesday of September 27th, 2022. Pretty much one story today. So, a story I heard this morning about on WGRB about how one LGBTQ book has or how one LGBTQ book has survived the book, I guess you'd say book book tax or whatever you want to call it. All I can say with this story, parents, you better pray, and keep fighting for your kids, because JCPS has lost his mind, lost his mind. But it is all part of the smaller picture, or smaller or bigger deceptive, deceiving picture, a manipulative picture. How they how no matter what, they're gonna try to stuff that agenda, that LGBTQ agenda down your kid's throat. And well, if they could, it's the perfect setup. If they can't get to the grown people that know what is going on, they're gonna go to the next generation coming up to blind their eyes with justification or something that is truly against God's word. And that's what it's all about. To get to the kids, your kids, the next generation, to blind their eyes from the truth of what God says about that strange and backwards practice. And that's what it is. It's a strange backwards practice that was started by Satan himself to corrupt the order, what God has set up, but it still doesn't. But there's still room to fight. In other words, there's still room to fight for your kids. There's still room to fight to tell the truth, and make the difference, and to show them what is right, because the oldest tactic by the enemy, and that is to go after the ones that don't know what is going on, with justification and shiny lights, and that's what he's after. He's after the next generation of children that don't know what is going on, and that's all it's doing. But like I said, the fact is still there. The opportunity is still there each and every day in your child's life to let them know the truth. To spoil this plan. To spoil this plan that is set up so perfectly and so calculating by the enemy. Yeah, you heard it this morning. How they're putting they take the Bible now. They're taking the Bible and got rid of that and setting up a book that is disgusting. In the words of, I think, one of the parents that was at that board meeting, JCPS board meeting, is I think last night, and they're gonna set that book up anyway, all over political correctness. That's what it's all about. All over the foolishness all over being equal. But there is no equality when evil is involved. There is no equality when you stand against the order that God has set up. Your equality is meaningless. Just like you can be foolishly loyal, you can be foolishly in that instance, we're using that word too. Foolishly fighting for a cause that you know, or at least you need to know that is wrong. There's no equality when evil is involved. There's no equality. To make everybody feel good. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. And there is no gray area between them two words and two entities. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. But it's where we at, folks. That's where that's where we at. That's where the situation is at for you, parents. But it still doesn't take away the fact that or the opportunity or that you still have presented to you. As far as praying, keep praying. As far as continually praying, in other words, for your kids, that this corruptness doesn't corrupt them. That you reach them in time before this corruptness tries to justify himself. The spirit tries to justify himself in the eyes of the next generation that's coming up. But personally, this state has a problem. But like I said, that still doesn't cover the fact, the opportunity that you still got time to keep. It still doesn't take away you parents from from fighting and from praying. And that's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. Because there will never be no justification in this in the practice of homosexuality. There will be no justification in the practice of going outside the order that God has set up, no matter what. And that's all it's doing. And that's all it's doing. You can't get no political correctness out of that, cause it's really a hypocritical spirit if you truly look at it. Cause if you speak against it, it's when they start getting angry then. So bottom line, they expect you to be quiet about it and let them do their thing. But sorry, not when your kids are at risk. Once again, your kids, parents. Not when your kids are at risk. Political correctness is out the window. But you keep fighting. Keep fighting, my parents. Because he's trying his best. Because he knows that his time is winding up. He really is. His time is winding up. And he's going to try to do what he does. But you keep on fighting, parents. Keep on ruining the plan of this enemy, of this spirit that is born out of, you know who? Satan himself. But that's all I got. This is another episode of The Reporter on a Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. Y'all have a good one. I'm gone.